So another type of transformation that is called the scaling. So what is the scaling? Scaling, suppose you want to increase the size of object, okay, or sometimes you want to reduce the size of the object, then we use the scaling transformation. So with the help of the scaling transformation, you can enhance the size of the object or the image, or you can also reduce the size of the given object or the image to get more visibility of the object or image. Okay, suppose just we are considering the example of the building. You have any architectural building and you want to enhance the visibility of that. Suppose due to the shape and size, big size of the object, sometimes you are unable to draw the object or to see the object. Okay, then you use this type of scaling transformation. So with the help of the scaling transformation, either we can enhance the size of the object or we can reduce the size of the object. So one of the best example for that is Xerox machine. Xerox machine, you can see that either we can enhance the size of the object or we can reduce the size of the image or object. So we use the similar transformation scaling in case of the Xerox machine. So why we are using the scaling? Again, the question arises, why we use the scaling transformation? Only to get more visibility of the object. Okay, sometimes the size of object is so much small, we cannot, you can see that we cannot read easily the size of the object. Sometimes the text size is so much small. You can see in case of the medicine, suppose you are going to purchase the medicine and you can see the size of object is so miniature. Okay, you cannot read sometimes by your own eyes, by your naked eyes. So we have to use some sort of lens for that. Okay, some glasses for that to enhance the size of the object. Okay, or now we have the mobiles, so we can take the photographs of that and increase the size of that. We can take the photograph from much close position so that we can read easily those text. Okay, so in this case we are using the scaling transformation. So we can enhance the size of the object or we can reduce as per requirement. So scaling may be used to increase or reduce the size of object. First thing, okay. Scaling subjects the coordinate points of the original object to change. Again, here, again we are going to change the coordinates. Okay, initial coordinates and we have to calculate the final coordinates. Initial coordinates already provided to us and then we have to calculate the final coordinates of the object. Okay, after enhancing or reducing the size of the object. So we can apply the scaling transformation to the object or the image. So scaling factor determines whether the object size is to be increased or reduced. Okay, so we can decide with the help of the scaling transformation. So if the scaling factor greater than 1, then object size is increased. Okay, scaling factor, obvious it is. Just we are enhancing the size of the object. Scaling factor must be greater than 1. Okay, equal to 1 means same size. Greater than 1, we are increasing the size. Less than 1, we are reducing the size of the object. Okay, so this is the funda. This is the basic of the scaling. So just you have to remember scaling factor greater than 1 means size increased. Less than 1, size reduced of the given object. Equal to 1, same size. Okay. So we will use the same basic. Consider a point object O has to be scaled in a 2D plane. Now we are considering here again 2D plane. Okay. XY plane. Now we have any object. Suppose initial point is given already O. Okay. So let initial coordinates of the object. We must be aware by the initial coordinates. Okay. So initial coordinates of the object here x old y old. Again, we are using the same normal nomenclature as in case of the translation, as it was in case of the rotation. Okay. So this is the nomenclature. X old y old means initial point. Okay. Initial points of the object. Scaling factor for x. Here we are going to represent as x means scaling along the x-axis. Okay, scaling along the y-axis. So here we are indicating with the help of this sign s. Okay, s x s y, scaling along x-axis, scaling along y-axis. Okay, in the similar way as in case of the translation, tx ty, translation along x-axis, translation along y-axis, tx ty. Similarly, rotation along x-axis and along y-axis. Okay, so this is the nomenclature we will use for the scaling. Here again, we will calculate new coordinates of the object after scaling. Okay, so again, here we are indicating by x new, y new. These are the new points after scaling. Okay, we have to calculate x new, y new. Now, this scaling is achieved by the following scaling equations. Okay, so the equations for the scaling are x new is equal to x old sx. This is multiplication sign. Don't bother by this. Y new is equal to y old into sy. So we have the equation x new equal to x old sx, y new is equal to y old sy. Okay, we can also write here as x dash is equal to x sx, y dash is equal to y sy. Okay, so dash just I am here indicating by new, again here writing new. Okay, x old, y old. These are the initial points. Sx and Sy will be provided to you. This is the scaling factor along x-axis, scaling factor along y-axis. Okay. So in matrix form, the above scaling equations may be represented as. Now matrix form, how will you represent these equations? Okay. I am talking about these equations. X new x old sx, y new y old sy. Okay. Now, how will you represent in the form of the matrix? So this is called the scaling matrix. X new, Y new, Sx 0, 0, Sy. This is multiplication sign. X old, Y old. So this is the proper way to represent the preceding scaling equations with in the form of scaling matrix. Okay, this is called the matrix representation of the preceding equation. Just I am using these two equations. Okay, whenever you will solve this matrix, you will get the same equation. Okay, so for homogeneous coordinates, the above scaling matrix may be represented as a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, now we will use to represent the object in the 2D plane, we will use 3 by 3 matrix. Just remember, if we are using the 2D plane, then each transformation must be indicated in the form of matrix by using 3 by 3. Okay. If our object or image is in XY plane, in 2D, two-dimensional plane, then matrix representation will be done in the form of 3 by 3. Okay. So, X new, Y new 1, Sx 0 0 0 sy 0 0 0 1 into x old y old 1. 1 is the identity. Okay. Whenever you will solve this matrix, then you will get the same these equations. Remember, you can solve yourself. You can solve these. You will get three equations, and the third one, 1 is equal to 1. So here, for the representation of the equations in 3 by 3 matrix, we will use this identity. Okay. To maintain the identity, we use 3 by 3 matrix in this way. Okay. So whenever you will solve this matrix, you will get these equations. Okay. And the last equation you will get 1 is equal to 1. That is called the identity. Okay. So then we will get these two equations. So this is the matrix representation for scaling. Now again we will solve the problem. Here given a square object with coordinate points A03, B3, 3, C3, 0, D0, 0. Okay. So now this is the square, or here the vertices are given as A, B, C, D. Okay. These are the initial coordinates. Apply the scaling parameter 2 towards x-axis and 3 towards y-axis and obtain the new coordinates of the object. Now you can see x here, sx is equal to 2, okay, towards x-axis. Means sx is equal to 2, sy is equal to 3. Okay, towards y-axis means this is sy. The scaling factor sy is equal to 3. This is sx is equal to 2. Okay, now we can calculate easily final coordinates for each vertex. We will use the x dash is equal to xsx, y dash is equal to ysy, or we are using already the nomenclature as x new is equal to x old into sx. Okay, y new is equal to y old into sy. Now we will calculate for vertex A. So here value of sx is 2 and value of sy is equal to 3. Now you can done very easily. You can solve very easily such type of equation. Very simple one. Now again we are considering old corner coordinates of the square A03, B33, C30, D00. Scaling factor 2, 3. Okay. Now for coordinates A03. So these are the initial coordinates. Let the new coordinates of the corner A. Okay. For the corner A, after scaling x new, y new, apply the scaling equations. Okay. X new, x old, sx. Here x old we are calculating for the vertex A, and here x is equal to x old is equal to 0 and y old is equal to 3. Okay, now you can replace the value x old 0, sx already given 2, y old here 3, sy already given 3. Okay, this is the scaling factor already mentioned in the problem. Now you can calculate easily. So this will come 0 after multiplication and this will come 9. So thus the new coordinates of corner A, or you can also call vertex A after scaling 0, 9. Okay. For A, this is the initial coordinates and this is the final coordinates. Now again you can calculate for vertex B. Okay, 3, 3. This is already mentioned in the problem. Okay. Let the new coordinates of corner B or vertex B after scaling. After scaling means the new points will come x new comma y new. Now we are already aware by the equation of the scaling. Okay, x new x old into sx, y new is equal to y old into sy. Again put here x old is 3. Okay, sx is equal to already given 2. Y old we are calculating for this vertex. So y old is 3 and scaling factor we will use same for all and vertex. So sy is equal to 3 already mentioned in the problem. So this will come 6 comma 9. So the new coordinates for this vertex after scaling we will get 6 comma 9. Okay, very easy, very simple. Just you are putting the value in these two equations and you can calculate the value for this vertex. Okay, now for vertex C. Vertex C already mentioned in the problem 3 comma 0. Again you can write the new coordinates of the corner C after scaling x new comma y new. Use similar equations x new x old into sx. Now replace these old values 3 and 0 into sx already given in the problem 2, sy already given 3. Now we will get 6 comma 0. Thus the new coordinates of the corner C after scaling 6 comma 0. Okay. So the new coordinates for this vertex after applying the scaling transformation. So we will get the final coordinates by using these two equations as 6 comma 0. Okay. So we have to calculate for coordinate D. D is given 0 comma 0. These are the initial points. Again, we can write x new comma y new. These are the final points for this particular vertex. Apply the same equations x new x old into sx, y new is equal to y old sy. Okay, use the same equations. Replace this initial coordinates here. This is fixed sx2 sy3. So again we will get 0 comma 0. So new coordinates for vertex D or corner D after scaling, after apply scaling, we will get 0 comma 0. So in this fashion, you can calculate the vertex in the given problem. Very easy. Okay. Now, just you have to remember at the end, we will draw the final diagram. So this is the initial diagram. First, you can draw the initial diagram just by mentioning. If it is not mentioned, then you can write yourself. Choose the vertex A, B, C, D. Okay. Now in this problem already mentioned ABCD, then there is no any problem. Mentioned the same here. You can write PQRS, whatever if you are going to assume, but here is already mentioned in this problem. So ABCD here you can draw the initial diagram as per the initial coordinates and after scaling you are getting this. Okay, ABCD means the size here increased. Now you can see yourself. Earlier, initially, the shape, you can say the size of this square was this, okay, initial. And final, just it is increased. So that you can calculate each vertex and you have to draw the initial diagram. And after applying the particular transformation, you can draw the final diagram. So in the examination, whether it is a mid-sem or the final examination, you have to do the question in this way. Okay, you can proceed in the similar way as I am telling you. Okay, so first you have to draw the initial diagram and then final diagram. So this was the last one. Now I will give you some problems over this. So you have to calculate in the similar way the coordinates. Okay. Now I hope that you can handle each and every problem in this fashion. Okay. So I will provide you few problems based on the translation, based on the rotation, based on the scaling. Now you have to solve and submit. Okay. And these all type of questions I will upload on the Google Classroom. And same you have to submit there for your practice. Okay. So carry on practice on such type of problems, because if in the forthcoming examination, in the mid-sem or during any quiz, you have to solve such type of questions. Okay. So you will get whether the short answer type or multiple choice question. But you have to do the practice for that. Okay. So the transformation, three transformation have already finished. That is the translation, rotation, scaling. Okay. You have already done the in the simple way. That is the representation in the form of the equations as well as representation in the form of the matrix. So whenever, just you have to remember this, whenever we are using the 2D plane, XY plane, then we can represent all these transformation in the form of 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. And whenever we will study the 3D about the different representation of the object in 3D, then the matrix representation will be done by 4 by 4 matrix. Okay. So we will get the same answer with the help of the matrix whenever we will solve our problem. And if we will solve with the help of the equation, then we will also again get the same answer. So you have to draw the initial diagram and final diagram. Okay, in this way, you can solve these equations. Now, I want to ask about the transformation. What is the transformation? Anybody else? Anybody else, please come. What is the transformation? You have already complete the what transformation. About the transformation, you have already studied in 2-3 lectures. So why do the transformation? What is the role of the transformation? Please come. Anybody else in the class? Anybody else?
सर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सर विजिबिलिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं, साइज कम करना या बढ़ाना.
So transformation is a sort of change in the object or the image. Okay. Whenever you are changing the image or object, so changes you are providing with the help of the translation. You are changing your image or object with the help of the rotation. You are changing your object or image by using scaling. Okay. So such type of transformation you are providing to enhance the visibility of the object. Okay. So how can we enhance the visibility of the object? Just by applying few transformations. And what are those few transformations? First is called the translation. Second is called the rotation. Third one is called the scaling. Fourth one is called the, what is this fourth one? Reflection. Another one is shearing. Okay. But here we will consider only three types of transformation, and those are translation, rotation, and scaling. Okay, so what is translation? What is translation transformation? What is translation? Please, anybody?
सर शिफ्टिंग को कहते हैं सर, एक पॉइंट से दूसरे
Yes,
पॉइंट
yes,
पे।
yes. You are going to shift from one point to another. Okay, just you are moving your image or object from one point to another point. Okay, so this is the shifting or the movement. So that is called the translation. Rotation, just you are going to rotate your object by the given angle. Okay, why we are going to rotate our object or image? Because you want to get more visibility. That's why we are using the rotation transformation. And so that as per requirement, as per need of the user, we can rotate our image or object to a particular angle. Okay, so that is called the rotation transformation. Third one is the scaling. Again, as per need of the user or the customer, we can enhance the size of the object or image, or we can reduce the size of the object or image. Okay, so one of the best example for that is the Xerox machine. Okay, you can enhance the size of your image easily just by taking the photograph, or you can reduce the size of the text or something else. Okay, so Xerox machine is one of the best example for the scaling. So these are the three transformations, and on such type of transformation in the examination we will get some problem. Okay, or the simple definition, that is what is the transformation, give the types of or classification of the transformation. Okay, so we can write the classification of the transformation, likewise translation, rotation, scaling, reflection, shearing. Okay, so these are called the types of transformation. Now the question arises whether we are applying the transformation in 2D plane or 3D plane. So till now we have studied that we use 2D plane only. Okay, and for the 3D, again we will take more lectures over uh, this the same unit by using the 3D. Okay, so again we will use the same object but in the 3D plane. Okay, and for 3D plane we can represent using the matrix as 4 by 4. Okay, in this case we have used 3 by 3 matrix, and in the 3D plane we will use 4 by 4 matrix for the representation of the image or object. And in that case again we have the initial points and we have to calculate the final points. Okay, so this is all about the transformation and all about the types of the transformation. And I hope that you can easily solve such type of question problem. And these are very easy. So you can calculate with the help of the given equations or with the help of the matrix, and you will get the same answer. Now I can ask about the translation equation. What is the translation equation? How can we calculate the value of tx final coordinates, that is the x new and y new for the translation? What are the translation equations? Please tell me.
x2 minus x1.
x
Translation
plus
equation.
ts।
X dash is equal to x plus tx. That is the x new is equal to x old plus tx. Similarly, y new is equal to y old plus ty, where tx translation along x-axis, ty translation along y-axis. Okay, so we will use the equations for the translation, and similarly for the rotation, and similarly for scaling. Very easy equation. X s x, y s y. Okay. Now any questions from your side? Welcome. Please ask. Any question? Please ask. Any query? Most welcome. Regarding anything regarding this subject or compiler design or labs, you can ask any question because we have the time in this period.
सर यूनिट थ्रेड का पीडीएफ सेंड कर दीजिए सर.
PDF, don't worry for that. Don't worry for that. For the lectures and the PDF file of the unit 2, I will upload of the compiler design. Till now, I did not upload the notes of the compiler design of unit 2. Okay, so I will upload the notes of the compiler design for the unit 2. Don't worry about that. And I will also give you some problems for the practice on this unit. Okay, because most of the problems will come in this unit. Or any other question?
सर इस टर्म पे रिपोर्ट सर तो दे चुके हैं सर, हार्डवेयर वाली.
हाँ, हार्डवेयर वाली अगर जिन लोगों ने जमा नहीं करी है तो वो लोग जमा करेंगे, और जो लोग कर चुके हैं नो प्रॉब्लम. लेकिन नेक्स्ट टर्न जब आएगा तो आपको नेक्स्ट रिपोर्ट जमा करनी होगी. कहने का मतलब जो है, अब सैटरडे को आपका क्लास होगा, सैटरडे को क्लास होगा तो आपने जो जमा करनी है यही वाली रिपोर्ट सैटरडे तक करनी है आप लोगों को. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट रिपोर्ट जो जमा करेंगे वो फिर नेक्स्ट सैटरडे के लिए करेंगे. यानी कि जो आपका ऑब्जेक्ट 2 जमा होगा तो वो नेक्स्ट सैटरडे से पहले पहले जमा करना है. अभी जो आपका ये जमा कर रहा है, यानी कि इस सैटरडे तक हम अभी आपको रिलैक्स कर दिया थोड़ा सा, तो आप जो ये सैटरडे आ रहा है, जो कमिंग सैटरडे आ रहा है, इसमें हम यही प्रोग्राम जो पहला आपका है इसमें ऑब्जेक्ट 1 है, बस इसी को सबमिट करें आप. ठीक है, गूगल क्लासरूम पर ओनली, so that we can evaluate easily. Okay, so just I am relaxing you. Up to this coming Saturday you have to submit only one report. Okay, object 1. Similarly in case of the Java program also, up to this Friday you have to submit. You have already submit, I think, one program 1 you have already submitted. So in this coming Friday you have to submit another program, second one. But in hardware lab I am relaxing you. Okay, you have to submit only object 1 to this coming Saturday. Okay, any other question, any other query? Any other query, please?